Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence, and today we're joined by another distinguished guest. Andrew Atkins joins us this morning to talk about the upcoming 7th Annual Fayetteville Songwriters Festival, kicking off on February 19th, continuing through the 21st. Thanks so much for coming to the forum.
I didn't know this was the 7th one.
Well, I went back actually to our last interview from last year, and we said that last year was the 6th, so I was like, well, go ahead and throw that in there.
The pandemic years, I don't remember what
happened. We may be skipping a few, but I know last year we said 6, so I was just going to keep going with it. But it is coming up.
It is coming up. This month, we're only a couple weeks away.
Absolutely.
And, we've got all the acts booked up and ready to go, and hopefully the weather will cooperate, and we'll have a great festival.
Absolutely, absolutely. Fingers crossed, especially for that weather. So for viewers who may be new to the festival or never heard of the festival, what is the Fayetteville Songwriters Festival and what makes it so special?
The Fayetteville Songwriter Festival is just to showcase songwriters. That's what I do for a living. I'm a songwriter, and it's what I'm most passionate about. And a couple years ago, a local organization had lost a little bit of their funding, so we just kind of started the festival to help supplement that, and then everybody loved it, so we just kept doing it year after year. And now every year we pick a charity and donate the money to.
Awesome. So it'll be really exciting to see what's in store for this year as well. And I know that when we talked last year, we talked about how Fayetteville, pretty much the whole city, is just filled with music, people all over the place.
Absolutely. We have 2 ticketed events, both at the Love Hope Art Center on Friday and Saturday night. But the rest of the festival is free. Thursday night's free, all day Saturday, and all the different venues around Fayetteville, there'll be live music all day. And that's free as well. Awesome. I mean, you could always donate. We have donation buckets. You can always throw some money in.
Absolutely. And I know that donations for events like these are crucial for keeping them going. So if this is something that you really enjoy, make sure that you donate so they can keep doing this for years to come.
And it's family friendly as well. All the acts are, throughout the day. There's certainly venues that are family friendly, and Love Hope Art Center is very family friendly. There's a lot of families walking around town, and just, you can see the schedule and just kind of go to which venue you want to see this person here or this person there, and just walk around town.
Absolutely. And how do you all choose songwriters for this festival, or do they come to you?
A lot of them come to us now. Since we're a little more established, we get a lot of emails, people wanting to play. This is a charity event, so a lot of the people that come in are donating their time as well as their talents, just because they believe in what we're trying to do is build a huge community and support local charities and local organizations that could use a little help through the winter.
Absolutely, good stuff.
We get a lot of emails. I'm on the road a lot, on tour with a lot of different songwriters, and we just get to talking. And then the unique thing about this festival is I don't book it anymore. What we do is I give a venue to somebody, another songwriter that I like or respect, and they book their venue. So it's kind of a treat for me as well, because on Saturday, I don't know exactly who's playing, so I'll be out watching all the different acts that morning.
Awesome.
So it's a board of people who book people they like. And sometimes it's different genres of music. Their taste is different than this person's taste, et cetera, et cetera. So there's all different kinds of music going on as well.
Absolutely.
And then every night we have an after party at the local bar, Southside Junction. We have a rock and roll band called Dow Chord, fantastic band. And then the next day we have Aaron Beam and the Do-Gooders, which is a traditional bluegrass band playing. So we have a whole array of music. When that's what people don't realize is when you think of songwriters, you think of just a guitar and folk music, but all songs have to be written.
Absolutely.
Rock and roll songs have to be written too. So we have all different genres of music. There's some reggae, there's some rock and roll, some bluegrass, some folk music, some blues. It's just all original music.
That's awesome. And it'll be great to see as well. And the songwriters, do they come mostly from West Virginia, or is it people from all over, just whoever wants to really donate their time?
Yeah, I mean, we've had songwriters all the way from Mobile, Alabama, all the way from Scottsdale, Arizona. We have all over. This year is pretty heavily West Virginia dominated. On Saturday night at Love Hope, we have Becky Buller and Ned Luberecki. They're out of Nashville. Ned is a radio host on XM Sirius Satellite Radio. He's the announcer at the IBMA Festival. He's one of the best banjo players in the world, in my opinion. Also a super great guy, and he plays with Becky, who's won all kinds of awards for her songwriting and playing, and they'll be there Saturday night. But they're out of Tennessee, Nashville area-ish. And so, yeah, they're probably the furthest away this year. But we've had them from literally all over the country coming in and donating their time.
That's great to see, though. And I know that West Virginia, a lot of people don't know, like especially from the outside looking in, that we do have a very rich music scene, and there's absolutely a lot of songwriters and musicians around here. So It's great to see people come from other places and then be introduced to our music scene, but we're also being introduced to them as well. So It's new art. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, people see West Virginia kind of as a more traditional, like old time music, bluegrass music type thing. But there is a rich history of blues, reggae, rock and roll. There's some great hip hop, R&B artists around. They're just soul music. It's everything, and it comes from this visceral Appalachian place. You know, it doesn't matter what genre it is. It just comes from a very pure, true place, in my opinion. And I think, I think I said this last year. I've toured all over the world, and I've never met more brilliant people and musicians and authentic people than right here in West Virginia. And the Songwriter Festival it helps get that out there. I know that we have a lot of people coming. We have these people that come down from Maryland every year. They make it a trip. They come down from Philadelphia every year. And so not only do they love the music and they love the festival, but it helps other local businesses, Airbnbs, hotels, stuff like that. So Absolutely. We're really excited about it.
Absolutely, and I'm sure Fayetteville is going to be bustling those 3 days. It usually is, but it's going to be even busier those 3 days. So is that partially what made Fayetteville like a great place for that? All the local business and the people that are willing to get out there and get involved.
Yeah, and we have a lot of great sponsors this year who have helped us pay for the festival, and they're all local businesses who are excited, local restaurants and stuff like that are excited about people coming into Fayetteville. Fayetteville, for me, I used to tour in another band, and we played a lot of wintertime festivals similar to what I'm doing here, and I just fell in love with it. And also, the winter time in Fayetteville was a little slower, so I thought that this would help bring people in. And also, it's February. It's the end of February. It could be 75 degrees. Last year, it was about 30 and snowing, but people still showed up. 2 years ago, it was like 75 degrees. So, and also, musicians have a slow period in the wintertime. So they'll do it for cheaper when we ask them to come in. But they're also looking for gigs in the wintertime. And then when you tell them you're trying to raise money for your community, people are like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to be a part of that." So it's and then Fayetteville is where I've lived for 30 years, and I just love it, and I want to promote Fayetteville as a little town too. So.
Absolutely.
That's why it's a perfect place for me, I think.
Definitely. And it's also a great town, a lot of local, especially local restaurants where food that you really can't get anywhere else. So I think that's another appeal to it as well. And now all the culture and all the music that you all will be bringing during this festival. So it'll be really awesome to see. So what was the inspiration behind this festival and really amplifying songwriting locally? Well, not even locally, just in general.
Well, I guess it's what I do. It's how I make a living. It's all I think about in my brain. I just love songwriting. I've always loved songwriting from a little kid. I remember when I was in the fourth grade, my teacher asked what we wanted to be when we grew up, and I said I wanted to be a singer-songwriter, and she told me that that wasn't a real job, that I wasn't allowed to be. And then so I was trying to think of something to change it to, and I told my mom that that the teacher told me that wasn't a real job and I couldn't do it. And my parents messed up, and they told me that I could do whatever I wanted to do when I grew up. So I kept it, and she gave me a very bad grade. But I've always been obsessed with songwriting and words and how they go together and with melodies. And so as a songwriter out there performing, I just met more and more songwriters who felt the same as me. And, there's lots of festivals out there that they're jam band type festivals or whatever. People go dance and have fun. That's great. I love those festivals. I play some of those festivals. But in the winter, I thought putting on a more mellow sit down and listen, drink your coffee from the local coffee shops and listen to someone pour their heart out in words. I just thought that that would be great for Fayetteville. And over the years of touring, I've just met so many songwriters. The first songwriter festival I did, not one person said no. Every single person I called was like, "Yes, we're in." And then people started asking to help. So now I don't even have to do anything other than come talk to you guys about coming out in February.
Well, that's great. And shame on that teacher for saying that to you. That was not right at all. Kids, follow your dreams.
That's right. Right. You can make tens of dollars doing this songwriting.
But I think it's really the love of it all. If you don't love what you're doing, then honestly, I feel that the money, it doesn't matter as much. You can have all the money in the world and be miserable, but if you're not doing what you love, then that is going to make you even more miserable than anything else.
And that speaks volumes on the songwriters that are volunteering their time. They make money as a songwriter and as a musician, and the winter's tough, yet they still volunteer their time to help out a community and a local charity and a local organization in Fayetteville, and that says a lot about the songwriting and musician community.
Absolutely. And shout out to, all the musicians, all the songwriters that will be dedicating their time during the festival, February 19th through the 21st. Guys, mark your calendars. And, where can they go to buy tickets for the 2 ticketed events? Would it be at the door?
There will be tickets for sale at the door on the Friday night and Saturday night. The rest of the events are free. But also you could hit up Lost Appalachia. I believe will have tickets. Or my website, andrewadkinswv.com. You can go there and hit me up, and we're not doing printed tickets this year just because we're saving paper and we're also just late promoting the festival, so we haven't got around to it. So once you buy a ticket, you'll just be on a list. So when you walk in the door, they'll just have you on the list.
Awesome. Less paper is great for the environment too. So.
And if you would like to make a donation, you can hit up Lost Appalachia. If you're like, oh, this is great, but I can't make it to Fayetteville in February, we do. There are people that just send us Venmo things, or they want to make a donation. They want to know who to make the check out to. You can hit up Lost Appalachia or AndrewAdkinsWV.com, and we can take care of that as well.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you, Andrew. And thank you guys for joining us for the first half of Community Forum. We'll be right back speaking more about the Songwriters Festival. Back to Sunday's WOAY Community Forum. I'm here with Andrew Atkins, and we're talking about the upcoming Fayetteville Songwriters Festival, kicking off on February 19th and continuing through February 21st. So we've already had discussions of kind of the events that you all have going on and the process for getting your songwriters, which is usually your board that decides that. So what kind of response have you seen from the community so far as this festival has been going on?
It's a really great response. We have a lot of people travel in for the festival, but one of my favorite parts is it's kind of like a Fayette County family reunion in the sense that everybody's got a little bit of cabin fever, especially this year, I would say. So like on the Saturday night event last year, I looked around and I knew almost every single person in that room, and everybody was just so excited to be out and around the people that in their community. So the community response has been spectacular. I mean, like I said, a lot of local businesses all the way over here in Oak Hill and all the way towards Summersville have donated money to help pay for the acts, and then the community just really shows out. They come out and support it, and they'll walk around town going from venue to venue, and then Saturday night they're there. So I couldn't be happier with the community response to the festival. I walk down the street and everybody's like, "When's that festival? When's the festival?" So everybody has really embraced it and really keeps it going.
That's wonderful.
As a matter of fact, I said this earlier off camera, but I was going to quit about 2 years ago. I was just like, I'm done. I know it's too much work, it's too much time, it's too much effort. And about 3 weeks before the festival would have been, a gentleman by the name of Matt Mullins, who's a great musician, he called me up and he said, You're not canceling this. He's like, we're going to do it. So we threw the festival together. Well, Matt mostly did. I had COVID, and he threw it together mostly, and he kept the festival going. So that's kind of the community response to it is, when a community member found out that I was just going to cancel it, he was like, nope. Nope. And we threw it together and had the festival, and then it's been going strong ever since.
That's awesome. And I know Matt Mullins, he's also a big local musician around here. I think they just celebrated maybe 10 years of Matt Mullins and the Bring Downs.
Actually,
yeah.
Let's just promote Matt's show. Friday night, I think is the 6th or 7th, whatever. Friday night at Love Hope Art Center, Matt Mullins and the Bring Downs, who are big supporters of the Songwriter Festival, are celebrating their 10th year as a band. And then Saturday night, they're playing at Weathered Ground Brewery to celebrate their 10 years. So go see. Awesome. I just came to promote Matt today.
Oh, well, it sounds like it. Well, shout out to Matt Mullins and the Bring Downs, and congratulations on 10 years.
Yeah, congratulations on 10 years. I've been in bands. 10 years, that's not the easiest thing in the world to do in a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations, and you guys go out and see them Friday night at Love Hope Art Center.
Awesome. So a little bit of promo for them as well. And getting back to the Songwriters Festival, what do you hope that audiences walk away with after, this 3-day festival?
I think there are a couple things. Number one, that there are so many brilliant songwriters around this area, and some of them are playing. Some of them will just come and see the festival. And because they played last year or they haven't played yet or what have you. So one time a lady asked me what I did for a living, and I told her that I was a songwriter, and she said, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I didn't know people wrote songs." Like, it's when people hear music, they don't register that somebody had to create it. And that's my last record that we put out was a live record, and we created the songs in front of the audience. And a lot of people left there saying, I've never seen someone create a song in that way. So when you can come see someone singing a song that they've crafted, it kind of opens your mind a little bit to, oh, there's really talented people here and writing really great stuff. And plus, I think in this day and age, songwriting, going back to the bards, is a very important thing, and I think that there's a lot of great songwriters that have a lot of great things to say, and also that they're part of your community. You see them at the grocery store, and it's just cool to see them create their art.
Definitely. So. And I think the very essence of songwriting is very intimate and personal.
Absolutely. Because
I'm sure every song to you, it has a meaning.
Yep.
Even if it was just something just fun, it meant something to you.
Yeah. Every song is rooted in truth, and then you can go wherever you want to go outside of those roots. But every song that a songwriter sits down to write, it's rooted in their truth and rooted in something that they know and love. And then So it's just great to see that. And this is a very intimate type festival in that way, to where, we have a yoga studio, to where you just go sit in these yoga mats, or there's chairs too, but some people are sitting on the floor just watching their friends create these songs, and it's a very, when you leave the festival, you feel like you are a part of something, kind of on a visceral level, versus just going to a festival and then, it's great, have a good time, dance, but this festival, I believe that you'll leave feeling more of a connection with the artists that you've seen.
Definitely. I think some of my favorite songs are songs that a lot of people at surface level, it just sounds like this is a fun, just catchy song, but if you really listen to it and you look deeper into the lyrics and the songwriting, it means something else than everybody else really thought that it meant. Like, I'd say probably the Charlie XCX album, the Brat album, a lot of people thought it was just hyper pop and, it's like club music. But when you listen to some of these songs, like, it had something to say.
Right.
And I think this is an awesome opportunity to show not only the songwriting process, but to really get out and tell your stories.
I think that's a great example, because it's like, I used to be in a band that was very, we played very fast. We were very aggressive in the way we played our instruments, and everybody danced and everybody had a good time. But if you take some of those songs from that time period and you listen to the words, or you slow them down and really listen to them, there were these fast dancing songs where everybody thought, yay, this is great. And then you listen to the words, ooh, that's a little deeper than I thought, or a little more dark than I thought, or a little, it's a little more connected to them when they actually listen to the words. But when you're at a festival or at a club or a bar and you're just dancing, you're not really listening to the words. So this gives you a chance to do that.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of professional musicians at this festival who you've probably heard. They're playing rock and roll, and you're dancing and you're having a great time. But then we're going to strip all that away, and they're going to sit on stage with a guitar and sing a song that you probably love, and then you'll have a different connection to it once you leave, because you've heard it how they wrote it.
Absolutely. And I think one of my favorite songs about this very concept is by Outkast, Hey Ya. And Andre 3000 literally says in the song, y'all don't really hear me, you just want to dance.
Yeah.
If you sit down and really listen to it, you find the deeper meaning of it. But sometimes you just want to dance and you're not listening to the meaning. But
and again, a perfect example of if you sit down and listen to these things, it is deeper than just dancing, and that's what the Songwriter Festival for me. Now there will be dancing,
absolutely,
there'll be, especially at the after party with Dow Cord and Aaron Beam and the Do Gooders and Becky Buller and Ned Lubrecki and all that. There will be dancing, but it's original music, one, which I love, and two, it'll give you a chance to connect a little bit better with the lyrics.
Definitely. And I think another great thing is that you can go out to these live venues, you can go out to the festival and you can listen to these songs and dance to them. But then I know a lot of these artists, they have streaming platforms and other ways that you can go home and listen to their music. So you can go home and listen to the music and just kind of sit with it, buy it. Yes, support musicians and buy the music as well, and really listen to it and get that full story.
Yeah, I always joke you could buy their record, or if you want to give them the same amount of money, you could go home and listen to it on Spotify 195,000 times, and then they'll get the same amount of money.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the business of today. But if you are a, avid music listener and Spotify listener, that is easy to do.
Yeah.
I can give you those streams. So if you love Spotify, you love music streaming sites, make sure that you look up some of these local artists, some of these songwriters, and support them. And how do you see the festival growing in the future?
I joked with somebody just the other day. I said I want to grow the festival till it's at its perfect peak, and then I want it to live there. I don't want to grow it too large. I've been to festivals, even songwriter festivals, that have grown a little too big for my taste. And also Fayetteville, it can have X amount of people in it. So I want to just grow it. Really, I want to just keep it going. I'm not concerned. A lot of the charities that we donate the money to, they're happy with whatever we give them. And we're fully transparent with that. It's like, here's how much we made, so here you go. But I would like to grow the festival to where I'm not losing a bunch of money every year. That would be awesome.
Yes.
If I could get to the point where I'm not losing copious amounts of money, that would be awesome. But I just see it organically growing. I don't want to force it to grow. I just kind of want it to very organically, grassroots, grow to exactly to where it needs to be.
Absolutely. And guys, once again, if you all are enjoying these songwriting festivals, or if you go out and you are just so enamored with it, make sure that you donate and make sure that you do everything that you can to keep it going so we can keep it going.
Yeah, and I mean that's the key. I mean is the kindness of the sponsors now. They were able to bring in a little bit bigger of a headliner act every year because of the people who donate money and the businesses who donate money. We just want to keep that going, and we can't keep it going when I lose a bunch of money every year.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. So I mean, it takes a village. I mean, for everything, it takes a village, and West Virginia is very great at coming together and supporting each other. So guys, if this is something that you enjoy, if you're a songwriter, whether you're just a music lover or you just support this festival, make sure that you donate, make sure that you come out and that you participate. So thank you so much, Andrew. And thank you guys for joining us for Sunday Community Forum. Once again, the Fayetteville Songwriters Festival is February 19th through the 21st. Make sure that you don't miss it. Thanks, guys. We will see you guys next Sunday for another WOAY ABC4 Community Forum. And until then, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week.